Friends, I'm going to do a reaction video today, something a little different. I remembered a few years back, probably 5 or 6 years ago anyway, I remember seeing this video of this subway station band in New York City, and they were pretty wild, and they had a pretty wild stage performance. And it took me a while to remember who they were, but they were called Lucky CHOPS. So CHOPS meaning, for musicians we'll say, well, this person's got chops. I'm not personally into swine, pig meat, anything like that. I don't eat pork chops. I don't eat pork. But don't judge me. It's just not for me. But so I don't think they're saying lucky pork chops. But maybe they mean lucky chops as in like lucky music chops. But anyway, I wanted to do a little review on this because I remember these guys were pretty wild and I wanted to check it out again. I hadn't seen it in a long time. So Lucky CHOPS. Okay, Lucky CHOPS. All the way from New York. So interesting color coordination there, clothing coordination. The one player, saxophonist, he's wearing a yellow Adidas shirt. Adidas brings me back to the 70s. It's quite popular. And it also reminds me of the band Korn. They liked wearing Adidas clothing. They had a name of a song that I won't mention, used those letters in the title. But we go back to, we've done a lot of Prince review videos and band videos. But it's the presentation. You can be the greatest musician in the world, but if you look like a bump on a log on stage, which, I must admit, I'm sure I've had many performances like that now, looking back over the years. But, if you're a good musician and you know how to present yourself and you have that energy, it really makes a world of a difference. Let's carry on. So the way that other saxophonist is standing, so right there, if I was younger, I think that was a little weird, but now I'm looking at it going, oh, he's going to damage his meniscus, possibly ACL damage. Do you think this band is fueled on caffeine? Is there a stigma attached to tuba players? Can you imagine being in high school, being in the band, and having to carry a tuba home to practice? Can you imagine your family having to listen to you practice on a tuba? Wow. These guys are pretty awesome. I think they're fueled on caffeine, but they're taking these instruments that maybe in high school a lot of people didn't want to play. They were probably like, I want to be cool and play guitar. But they're making it pretty cool. Can you imagine the people walking around in that subway station going, holy jeez, who are these guys? All because of the performance, and they're wicked musicians too. Couldn't even play tambourine for these guys. I'd be like quarter way through that song, I'd be curled up on the floor, sound asleep from being exhausted. Oh my God. To be young again, folks. To be young again. That, my friends, was pure awesomeness. I like the one dude, too, just jumping around like he just didn't care. So it all goes back to, you could be a great musician, but if your performance is boring, imagine going to Shakespeare Theater, saying Romeo and Juliet, someone's there going, Juliet, Juliet, how dost I love thou, Juliet. No, you want to see him like, Juliet, oh my God, Juliet. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, these guys just kicked ass. Like, did I swear? Am I allowed to do that on YouTube? I would have loved to seen them. Those guys were amazing. And just because of the energy and their performance, they made themselves stand out. Right? Also, they're playing not even really a venue. You know, that brings to mind another memory of a drummer I knew of. I didn't know him personally, but back in the day where I came from. He was actually a pretty good drummer, but he used to always brag about having the world's largest drum kit. Well, you don't want to gig with a drummer with the world's largest drum kit because, you know, If it takes your band an hour to pack up and be on the road after a late gig, if you got a drummer with a huge kit, that's going to add an extra hour. No, anyway. But he kind of got out of the band thing, and he went and he started playing downtown Montreal on St. Catherine Street. Busy intersection downtown, and rumor had it that just on a bucket with a couple of sticks, apparently he was making $1,500 a weekend. Canadian, so that's about $18.72 American. But anyway, good for him. I'm happy for anyone who's happy. And I'm happy for anyone who can make a dollar in the music business. So Lucky Chops from New York, they're amazing. It'd be interesting to see what they're up to now. All right, so remember, practice hard, but practice smart. We'll see you soon.